Hi everyone, I'm Abby, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations. In our last episode, we met some old faces like Wendy Goldberg and Emma Skye. In the second part of this case, we're gonna do the third case now. The third part of the case. We managed to find Lance too, or rather he found us, yeah. Still don't know who the kidnappers are though. Hey kitty. Looks like we got the boot again. Lance said the focus of the investigation will shift solely onto the murder. You mean the infighting between the kidnappers? Yes, and also the identity of the remaining kidnapper. Miles, my boy! Tell me it's true! Tell me that you've really found my boy! Yes, Mr. Romano. You found him earlier in the stadium. Then, my little Lance is unhurt? It's not exactly a picture of perfect health, but his life is not in danger. It's being questioned right now by Agent Lang. Poor Lance. Must have been so horrible for him. Looked up like a... Okay, I want to show you a quick Easter egg before we continue on. First of all, we have these two. This man looks suspiciously like the precinct. Look at that lovely smile on Blue Badger's face. Ah, it's looking at me. Make it stomp. It's scary. It's all right, dear. Want to know something? I was one who created the Blue Badger. See? Look at his eyes. Do they look just like Daddy's? It's scary. It's scary because they do look like yours, Daddy. Well, that was rather depressing. I think I better leave the two of them alone. Yeah. You can see Phoenix, Maya, and Pearl off in the distance here too. They say the couples across this bridge together will find happiness. Or so the Gatewater Land pamphlet says. You'd think that he'd already be happy because they were able to come together. Logistics aside, I wonder who came up with this tale and when. This bridge doesn't look old enough to be the stuff of legends. Well, some things are better left uninvestigated, don't you think? Ignorance is bliss. Yeah. Interacting those two Easter eggs can get you an achievement if you are interested in it all. Miles, my boy, I can't thank you enough. It was nothing. I'm still in shock over what happened to Oliver. I'd have to say I'm relieved that Lance is alright. Oh, that's right. I mustn't forget to pass this on to Lance as soon as the police are finished with him. A letter? Why Lance is being chased after by women reminds me of someone I know. I almost can't believe you received yet another love letter, you know? Here, take a look for yourself. Isn't this a breach of confidentiality? My dear Lance Romano, may I come see you again? Your beloved Viola. It's a very simple love letter. Tender Lender Loan Company. Oh? Hey, let me see. That's really weird. It's from a loan company. Tender Lender. Looks more like a collection bill to me. Yeah, remember Viola? That'll become important later. He loves me not. He loves me not. It's the 12th one. No, you can't give up, Lauren. Just one more try. Excuse me, but I can't help but feel a bit sorry for all the flowers you've gone through. Suppose. They were me then. I believe you said you were Lance's girlfriend when we first met, correct? Yes, I am, but... Oh, it's not like we both think of each other as lovers. But he did give me this ring, so I guess we're not just friends either? I mean, because... This is just any ordinary ring. It tastes so sweet when you lick it. Oh, it's so wonderful. You meant to tell me that he gave you a lollipop ring? So which is it? Have you guys not decided if you're going out or is it just one-sided? Decided? Shouldn't the parties involved naturally just know? Father used to work for Mr. Romano, and so Lance and I grew up together. I said it out loud. I don't say that's anything to be embarrassed about. Your father was an employee of the Amano Group? What did he do? Her job was to fly around the world on Pegasus. Pegasus? Oh, Pegasus was the name of the airplane. The airplane belongs to the company. You had me there for a second. But now, it's all changed. My father, he isn't around anymore. Oh, I see. About 10 years ago, rode Pegasus off to somewhere and never returned. Ride Pegasus to whereabouts unknown. Sounds like the stuff legends are made of. It's been so long. I don't think I'd recognize him if we ever were to ever meet again. So sorry, Lauren. I won't give in to the sadness. I have to live. Yes, Lauren, live. Wonder why Kay's so sad at mention of a lost father. You'll see why later. About this incident. Incident? But isn't the kidnapping already over and dealt with? I've been here the whole time, so I'm afraid I don't know much about any other incident. How did you come to know that Lance had been kidnapped? Oh, that's because of my woman's intuition. I based everything on that. I know everything when it comes to my Lance. It's really strange. It really must be destiny. Ugh, started fantasizing again. What are you going to do now, Mr. Edgeworth? You already established there's a good chance that the killer is the other kidnapper. It's my duty to figure out who this other person is. I believe there is one location. Might hold a clue or two. Obvious location is the kidnapper's hideout. But we're still not allowed in, remember? Angel Ang and his men should be done with this area. In that case, there's no harm in asking an officer over there to let us in. What do you have to report? Sir, nothing unusual or out of the ordinary, sir. Where have I heard this redundancy before? Is it possible for you to let us take a look around inside? Sir, roger, sir. That was surprisingly hassle-free. Are you certain? Did Angel Lang order you not to allow me in? Sir, that's true, sir, but Detective Gumshoe asked me personally to let you in, sir. And I couldn't refuse a request from him. Wow, looks like Detective Gumshoe has a following. Furthermore, I was asked to give this document to you, sir. What is this? The man in this picture. Is this Mr. Oliver Deacon? The name here says Colin Devore. The same name was the one on the back of the pendant. Appears that Colin Devore was his real name. What's this? He was convicted in a case 10 years ago and went to prison. What? What was he doing here? Apparently he broke out of jail and then just vanished. Must have become Oliver Deacon to cover up the fact that he was an escaped felon. Yeah. Interesting factoids there. Kind of funny. 123.45 pounds. It's kind of funny. Yeah. Now, I'm not sure what's going on anymore. Is there some sort of link between the victim's past and this current case? These police documents are rather detailed. I should take the time to give them a thorough read eventually. It's fine. Let's focus one thing at a time, starting with the kidnapper's hideout. Yeah, I agree. You should investigate first, think later. More than thinking things through, I think you should try remembering things first. Now then, if you'll please unlock the door, officer. It was locked up until a little while ago, but since then the door has been wide open, sir. I'm not sure I follow what it is you're saying. Care to explain in a bit more detail? Sir, the door was locked down tight when they went to check out the room. So they got about 10 officers to hop out and break the drawer down, sir. I see. I guess that means Agent Lang's the leftovers. Well, let's see what we find. Yeah. So this is where the kidnappers planned their foul deed. While you were tied up for a while in the room next door, hee hee. Okay, please. Must you bring that up again? Now then, down to business. Might still be some clues left in this room. Let's try to find out what we can of the other kidnapper's identity. This door is thoroughly broken thanks to the police who forced it open. Yeah. The doorknob handle thing is looking pretty beat up. I suppose this is what happens when 10 officers break their way in with brute force. Hey, that's odd. Lock on this is completely fine. Look, not a single dent. But how is that possible after what the officer told us? Yeah, if the lock had been in use when the door is busted down, the lock itself should be completely wrecked. So the lock of the door leading to the outside is undamaged. How can that be? Looks like a sword, a broken sword. Strange. Why would it be broken like that? Swords don't usually break on their own. That's true. Alright then, let's think about it in this way. Maybe it broke when someone was trying to use it for or on something. Hypotheticals aren't going to get us anywhere. Perhaps we should think more on this later. This be where they dispose of old and worn out costumes. That's so sad. It would seem that they throw the costumes away in pieces. Yeah. Cheap styrofoam cups. Looks like only 3 cups were used. Folding chairs. When it looks of it, they were probably used by the kidnappers. There are 3 chairs set up around the table. Yeah. It's a bit strange the police had to force their way into an unlocked room. One look at the pristine door lock and anyone could see that it was not in use at the time. But the policeman outside said that it took 10 men to get it open. A door that was locked tight, despite it not being locked at all. It might be because of this. Oh, you mean? Yes, it was used to jam the door. Here, take a look at the door handle. You see how the handle is completely destroyed? That's how the sword broke. The common denominator between the cups and the folding chairs is a number 3. Speaking of which, the number of missing costumes is also 3. Wait, but I thought there were only 2 kidnappers. Indeed. Something isn't adding up. Literally. Is it possible there was a 3rd kidnapper that Lance didn't see? I thought we might have covered the true identity of the kidnappers, but instead we only uncovered more questions that would need to be answered. Ah! What is it? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I correct? What are you doing suddenly popping up out of the secret entrance like that? This is an underground passage used by staff members, sir. You badgers also make use of it in our duties. Look, why don't you get out of there first and then we'll talk, okay? I beg your pardon, miss. Porta Badger, get! Alright, only 1 more to go. What are you getting all excited about? Did you forget? The photo rally, duh. See? Look, now all I have to do is get a picture of the bad badger and I'm done. Ah yes, I think they recall a contest or something of that sort. What? It's gone. But where did it go? What happened? What's wrong? The bad badger costume is missing, sir. Oh, is that all? Well, it's missing because the kidnappers stole it. I heard about how they were stolen. But they said that only 3 of the costumes had been taken. What? Is he saying that more than 3 of them are gone? Mr. Porter Badger, please tell me a little bit more of these costumes you use. What did you mean by a bad badger costume is missing? Why, just what I said, sir. You're 1 bad badger short. Counting the spares, you have 2 of each costume on hand at all times. Okay, so because one of them is walking around in the park, the other should be in that room. Actually, both of them should be in that room. Huh? What do you mean? And normally we don't use the bad bastard costumes. In fact, we only use them during a certain event at a set time each day. It's the stage show where the bad badger wreaks havoc around the park. And the other badgers must work together to apprehend him, sir. I'm speechless such a show exists. Well, sir, I was just trying to explain to you the only time we use that costume. Then, doesn't that make it near impossible to take a picture of the bad badger? Personally, I can't believe that it's this close to showtime when there's no costume. Oh dear, what am I to do, sir? All this basically means is that the kidnapper stole 4 costumes in total. Then are you saying that there are 4 kidnappers? No, I don't think that's very likely. Oh? Recall the costumes for a minute. The stolen ones, you mean? What proves that a 4th kidnapper does not exist? Yeah, there's a pink badger costume there, so yeah.
Take that!
If you had 4 people and you wanted to steal a 4th costume, wouldn't you naturally go for the full set and steal a pink badger costume instead? Yeah, that makes sense. And yet, the kidnappers decided to steal another bad badger. I believe the culprits need 2 bad badger costumes, but the question is why? The second bad badger costume. I believe it may be closer than we think. What do you mean? A costume in the trash. Didn't you say that it's wearing some very telltale pants? Hey, you're right. Let's get it out of there and take a look. And suppose it's a bad badger costume. Well, minus the head. Oh, look, its hand is hurt. Looks more like something was ripped off of it. Eh. Yeah, he's supposed to have a gun. That's why there's a hole there. I believe what we have here is an inconsistency. Between what? Look carefully. A costume is not holding something in its right hand that it should be. Oh, the gun. Precisely. A bad badger was designed to always hold a gun in its right hand. However... You there, did you remove the gun from this bad badger's right hand? No, I did not, sir. The gun is supposed to be securely attached to the costume. As I thought. The rip itself confirms my hypothesis that the gun was forcibly removed. Mr. Porter Badger, the gun is of course not a functioning weapon, correct? Absolutely not, sir. It's just a model gun. However, it can fire blanks. We need to use them for the stage show. It seems that the kidnappers also had a need for the model gun, my dear costume friend. Yeah. I think we're about done with this room. So what's next? Well, we found a few answers. There are still a few things left that we have to ask a certain person about. Let's go, Kay. Mr. Edgeworth, sir! You've got to hurry, sir. Come on. What is it, detective? They found a blue badger costume down in front of the main gate, sir. What? Isn't that what one of the kidnappers was wearing? Bingo. That's why you've got to come to the main gate with me right now. Wait, her might still be able to get there before Wolf Boy does, sir. Alright, let's take haste to the main gate. Yeah. Bit of a shorter part, but yeah, things are starting to ramp up now. So yeah, thanks for watching. Feel free to like and comment and subscribe and check out my Twitch and Ko-Fi and Twitter/X. And next episode, we'll start to wrap up the case, but it won't be completely done yet. Still 2 more parts, I think, yeah. So hope you're looking forward to that. Peace off.